Can you guys hear the surf scoter? It's a little bird that frequents the waters here. It's beautiful. Thanks for being here this morning. Hey, Rebecca in Vancouver. So, what's the essence of authentic love and acceptance in relationships? The beginning of love is to let those we love be perfectly themselves and not twist them to fit our own image. Otherwise, we only love the reflection of ourselves that we find in them, wrote Thomas Merton. When Merton wrote that the beginning of love is to let those we love be perfectly themselves, he's highlighting a foundational principle of genuine affection, unconditional acceptance. True love embraces an entire person with all of their unique qualities, quirks, and imperfections rather than imposing our desires or expectations on them. Not to twist them to fit our own image, illustrates that, well, it's a caution for us against molding someone into the image of an idealized version that aligns with our fantasies or preferences. It doesn't actually see the other person. It sees what we project upon them. Such an idealization undermines that person's individuality and creates a relationship built on superficiality, on an illusion, rather than on authenticity and respect. When we attempt to shape others to suit our own image, the love we claim really isn't for them, but rather for a version of them that we created for ourselves, which is to say, a version of ourselves. This self focused approach to relationships is limiting, eventually leading to dissatisfaction or disillusionment with the relationship because it's based on our egos and our desires and not on the other person's reality. Fostering a love grounded in an acceptance and appreciation of that other person as they are is an aspect of mystical self understanding. It has to do with non attachment, not projection. It encourages us to engage in relationships that honor and celebrate the unique essence of each individual, allowing themselves to express their true selves without fear of judgment or the need to conform to our own or someone else's expectations. And this perspective, it enriches our connections with others and it contributes to a more profound and meaningful love experience. Letting people be who they are without our projection on them reflects a non attachment to self and an acceptance of what is. Where does this come from? It comes from not projecting, even inside ourselves, an image of who we think we are. In that place of silence, in that moment of quietude, is when we actually experience who we actually truly are, has an aspect of our higher self becomes present to us. And in that emptiness, if we can project that attitude, we can, that's not the right word, we can perceive through that attitude those people around us that allows them to be who they are rather than trying to mold them into an idea of what our ego thinks they should be or an aspect of who we are. By self emptying, we get to see them as they are. We might not like what they're doing. We might find it fabulous what they're doing. But what we are doing is letting them be who they are rather than trying to twist them into something that they're not, which is a projection of ourselves. I hope that helps a little bit today. That's spurred on by Thomas Merton. Say hi to Rebecca in Vancouver and Martina You guys are having a great talk over there in the chat. So thanks for being here live. Thanks for liking and subscribing and all that stuff that helps the algorithm for sure. The reason why we're here is to practice meditation together. And why do we do that? What's the purpose of practicing with a group? Purposes of practicing with a group include the ritualization of your own practice. You show up at the same time in the same chair with the phone turned down and the shades pulled down and a quiet place, same time, same practice every day. This is what's going to help you build the ritual of your own practice. And also, when we meditate together, there is this vibrational thing that happens where our individual meditations help those we're meditating with, even through the lens, even through the microphone, even through a recording, because the divine being has no confinement to time and space. And when you come and join us with the recording, you participate in that. And it is as Jesus said, where two or three are gathered, I am there. I am there. There's this multiplication thing that happens with the divine presence. Meditation is super simple. The difficult part, of course, is the discipline. You have to keep showing up even when it's not working. Why? Because you're still training your brain. And then eventually you'll have that moment of quietude again. But if you don't keep showing up, that won't happen. So even though it feels like it's not working, you have to keep with it. And as you learn to keep with it, of course, the brain rewires and it gets easier and easier and easier as the time goes on. Meditation, the form that we practice here is super simple. Feet on the floor, straight back chair, hands either flat on your lap, or I like this particular mula right here. Spine straight, eyes closed, breathing into my belly, feeling my belly expand. Pausing just a moment, a beat, and then releasing, riding up my spine, feeling my back as I go with my mind to the center of my forehead. Or if you're a real beginner, just out your nose. And then in again. And then out again. Attaching your breath and your mind to a simple word, a prayer word, a mantra, a chant. Same one repeated over and over again helps because it burns into the subconscious where it runs as a tape loop eventually. And so then you're able to pull this up during your daily life when you need a moment to take a breath. And come back to yourself wherever you are, whatever you're doing, with whomever you're with. Hey Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes. 20 minutes once a day, 20 minutes twice a day is a great way to practice. It is a practice, which means that the more you do it, the better you get at it. The more benefits it has in your daily life. It's not just about meditating in the moment that you are in when you're in this formal sitting. It brings a peace to daily living. And as I've said before, it helps response rather than reaction in interpersonal communications with the people you love, for instance. And it helps clarify who they actually are by beginning to see them as they are. In the same way we learn to see ourselves as we are, as we watch our emotions rise up, our traumas rise up, and not grasp at them with our mind and let them pass by and go back to our prayer word, go back to our breath. The same thing happens in relationship with people. They present to you who they are, and rather than twisting them into an image of ourselves, we bring this silent mind to the relationship and see them as they are, not who we want them to be. And as I said, maybe you like aspects of them and maybe those quirks drive you crazy. but you can accept the quirks because you love them for who they are. I definitely have quirks, and people love me anyway. All right. I hope that helps. So somebody said to me the other day, it helps if I uh, do a little bit of uh, guided meditation. So we're going to begin with a little bit of physical relaxation. Going to run through our feet and our calves and our thighs and our backs and kind of relax the whole form. And then we'll do just, I'll instruct you a little bit with the breathing technique, and then just drop into your prayer, and the alarm will go off at half past the hour. I'm trying to get my arms underneath there. I'm settling in, stretching my back a little bit. I like to stretch my face. My eyes are closed. Obviously, if you're looking at me, close your eyes. Taking a breath, exhaling, bringing my mind to my feet, feeling my toes, feeling my feet, relaxing my feet, feeling my calves front and back, relaxing those muscles up to your thighs and your knees. Relaxing those muscles into your butt. Relax your butt, your lower back. Feel it with your mind. Relax all those muscles. Feeling your back and your shoulders, and your chest and your belly. Relax. Relax your arms and your hands. Let your shoulders drop. On the out breath, relax your neck and your face, your head. Feel your whole body, and on the out breath, relax everything. Now breathing into your belly, feel it expand. Full breath. Pause. Release. Slow, controlled exhale up your spine with your mind. To your nose, your third eye, either one. Inhale down your spine. Exhale. Control breath. Add your mantra as you inhale. Pause. Release. Chant your prayer as you exhale in your mind. Inhale. Slow, controlled breath. Release. Keep your mind on your breath with your ears and your feeling. You're on your own. When your mind wanders, return to your your breath and your prayer. Relax your shoulders, let them drop. Thanks again for the super chat. Peace and love to you all. See you soon. Thanks for being here.